Ferrari's Formula One team have won 3 consecutive races, though, as it turned out, there would be no hat-trick of wins for 21-year-old youngster Charles Leclerc. Instead, it would be his teammate, the German Sebastian Vettel, who tasted victory on Sunday. Now, he'd actually taken the checkered flag, you may recall, in Canada recently. He was denied the victory because of a time penalty, so this was his first win of the season, and it will mean a huge amount to him, no question. Having won the last 2 races, his young teammate Leclerc had to settle for second place, initially expressing his frustrations, to be fair, to his team during the race, but this would be a big victory for the team as a whole, and Vettel was pretty emotional about it afterwards.
Obviously, the last couple of weeks for me have been not the best, but it's been incredible, to be honest, to get so much support, so many letters, so many nice messages, and yeah, people telling their own stories when things might not go well and so on. So it gave me a lot of strength, belief, and I tried to put it all into the track today, into the car, and yeah, it's nice when it pays off.
Well, for just the second time this season, neither Mercedes driver was standing on the podium. Lewis Hamilton finishing 4th on Sunday. The Brit still the championship leader, though, 65 points clear of his teammate Valtteri Bottas. Leclerc, by the way, is up to 3rd, tied with young Max Verstappen on 200 points. Now, next year, it's going to be all eyes on Vietnam, which is hosting its first F1 Grand Prix in 2020. This will be Asia's 2nd street circuit, and CNN's Christy Lou Stout has been finding out more about just what to expect moving forward and what lessons also have been learned from Singapore's success.
The F1 calendar currently has 21 races, including this one laid out on the streets of Singapore. And the market here in Asia is growing with the addition of the Vietnam Grand Prix in April of 2020. Now, here at the Singapore Grand Prix, I caught up with the woman at the helm of the upcoming race in Hanoi.
This is the first time ever such a world-class event like Formula One come to Vietnam. I cannot express how much joy and how proud we are that Vietnam finally is a host and will join the Formula One family in 2020, and that will bring us to the world too, to showcase us to the world how well the country is becoming, how developed we are, how friendly the people can be, how interesting the culture can be, and how good the food can be too.
Here in Singapore, you must be taking notes. You know, what are your takeaways? What are you learning?
Not just the Singaporean Grand Prix, but also I've been to quite a few other Grand Prix to learn. I mean, when we joined Formula One, we feel like this is a family. Everyone that we met have been very helpful, very supportive of us, and share with us a lot of tips. But I think the most important thing that we get from this is a Grand Prix is a huge event, but you have to break it down to small details. And the level of coordination as well as the level of detailed preparation is the most important thing.
And for the F1 racers, what is the circuit going to be like? How are they going to be tested in Hanoi?
Our track is 5,607 meters long with 23 turns, and there's a long stretch. So all the turns will give the chance for the Formula One racers to show how skillful they are when they overtake each other. And also there's a long stretch of about almost 1.6 kilometers where all the racers will be able to show also the speed that their cars can reach. So according to calculations, the highest speed they can reach probably is around 335 kilometers per hour.
And for the fans, when they go to the Vietnam Grand Prix, how are they going to experience something that is distinctly Hanoi?
Hanoi is a city of more than 1,000 years in history. And over the time, we've accumulated a rich culture that when people are there, they will immerse themselves in it. They will live in the atmosphere.
And I have to ask you about bún chả. Because this is the Hanoi delicacy. You have the pork patty, the broth, the noodles, the chilies.
Yes.
Are your visitors going to be able to get an authentic bowl of bún chả on site at the Vietnam Grand Prix?
Yes. Okay, so that is, so it can be bún chả from the north. It can be something very distinctive from the central of Vietnam. It can be something else very yummy from the south. We want to have a food festival that showcases Vietnamese food, that everyone who comes to Vietnam to see the Grand Prix or to Hanoi to see the Grand Prix will be able to experience that. And I'm sure they will come back for it for more.
And it all starts 2020. Now, just imagine this. One of the greatest tennis players of all time, coaching the greatest of all time, will break down the almost surreal moment when Rafa Nadal